Hello everyone. So welcome you all to Ashok Tutorials Meghalaya's first MTET channel. So my dear friends, today in this video we are going to learn Unit 6. Alright, so what do we have in Unit 6? Let us see. How students learn. So methods and examples. So in this particular video we are going to see how the students they learn and what are the different type of methods they use in order to learn, and that we are going to see along with some examples. So let us see. Children learn through different methods and understanding. These helps teachers create better learning experiences. So of course we know, the children they learn through different methods. All the children will not learn in one method by one method. So learning is an active process where students construct knowledge by interacting with their surroundings. Of course we know that learning is not a passive process, which means learning, it is not something which the students should just sit and listen in the classroom. It's not like that. You have to involve the learner. You have to give opportunities to the learners so that they participate and they learn, they interact, they engage, and they are the active participant in the process of learning, right? Now the key methods of learning include, so here some important types of methods are given by which students learn. So number one is observation method, then inquiry method, then experimentation method, social interaction, and reflection. Now if you ask me briefly, sir, what is observation method? Then observation, by the word itself you understand that you will just observe, you will just watch, you will just critically observe something, right? That is called observation. Inquiry means you understand what is inquiry, means asking something which you don't know or which you need further clarification about, right? Then experimentation, you understand, which means we do experiments or practicals or activities, right? Then social interaction means interacting with your parents, with your friends, with your peers, with your teachers, elders, younger siblings, right? So that is called social interaction. Now reflection means what? Reflection means thinking back. You think about something. All right, so today was my interview, and how my interview went. Was I able to answer according to the question? Will I get the job? Or suppose you slapped your brother, you just slap him, and you're thinking, did I do right by slapping my brother? Or should I have not done that? Why did I do this? How can I make it right? Should I apologize or not? So these and that thing, you will reflect about your life. Like suppose you want to improve, right? If you want to improve, every time you are thinking that yes, I want to pass this MTET exam, and this time, this 2025, this exam I want to qualify. So now you will keep on thinking, right? You will reflect, all right, in 2019 I did not pass because I did not have previous year's question papers. In 2021 I did not pass because I don't have notes. In 2023 I did not pass because I did not take coaching. But in 2025 I will definitely pass because we have got Sir Ashok with us, who is teaching us in MTET online coaching. He's taking the coaching for us for the MTET, and I believe him and I trust in him and I believe myself and I have enough confidence that yes, this time definitely I'm going to crack this MTET exam and secure this government job as LP or UP teacher. So this is your self-reflection, right? Now let us see learning through observations. This is the first method we are going to talk about today, that is learning through imitations or learning through observation. Imitation means what? Imitation means you imitate somebody. You see how your children imitate you, how your children imitate you, right? Suppose if you are drinking tea, your child will also pick up a cup and he or she will also try to imitate you, right? If you cry, your small baby also cries. If you laugh, your small baby also laughs, right? So imitating means copying somebody, right? We copy, right? We copy people, we copy dialogues, we copy the behaviors, actions, personalities. So these are all imitations, right? And modeling. So what is modeling, what is imitations, we are going to look about here. So children learn by watching others and imitating their action. This is called observational learning, and it plays a vital role in early childhood development. So this is what I was explaining to you, that children, they observe the people, how they are behaving, and then they, they imitate, which means they redo the action which they see. That's why we say in front of children, don't do the things which is bad, because children, they learn very quickly, right? If you smoke in front of a child, the child also will try to do the same. If you drink in front of the child will also try to do the same. If you abuse your wife, if you abuse your husband in front of your child, then they will also do the same, right? Because they are learning from you. So that's why you, as parents, as teachers, you are the guide and the supporter and the, uh, somebody who the children looks up. So you have to be very, very cautious how you behave in front of the child. Never quarrel, never fight, never disrespect anybody in front of a child, right? Because they imitate and they learn. Example can be, a child learns to wave by watching their parents. Of course, when you do bye bye, bye bye, oh, আমাদের থুরার ang joke, bye bye, oh, আমাদের William Nagaroni sokpa joke, daw nga Shillong ang naminga, de da sumang namme dong tokpo bye bye ne, sokpa pelgin, krong taigen December lo Christmas to sokpa pelgin ne. Dinang so bye bye ka aba mo. So you do bye bye, right? All right, bye bye, I'm going to Delhi, bye, see you tomorrow. So those things are waving, right? Waving your hand, saying bye. So what does it mean? It means that children also, they try to imitate you, they try to copy you, right? Students learn correct pronunciation by listening to their teachers speak. Now, many of you, you always compliment, you always say that, sir Ashok, you have very good, English communication, you speak so well, you speak so well in Garo. We love to listen to your Garo, right? Sir nani kurang de dakple ka stroke ka. Tikirang agani nga mo comment ka nga mandirang tigi mi yara maini gaman na aro yara ya angni pronunciation ko ba, the way I'm pronouncing, right? Whatever the pronunciation I practice or I say, like in English or Khasi or Hindi or Garo, so people who admire me, who want to become like me, they will copy that. And of course, your children, your brothers, your sisters will try to copy you, imitate you, right? So this is also one way by which children learn. A child sees their older siblings solving a puzzle and tries to do the same. Of course, many times if you have 2-3 children, you will see that one child is building a tent or building, solving any kind of puzzle. Then you will see the younger ones also will go and join him or her. It's like that, right? They want to play together. So this is also a way of learning. Now, teaching tips under use demonstrations, role modeling, and visual aids, videos, charts to enhance learning. Now, as teachers, how you can help the children who learn through observation is that use demonstration. Demonstration means, as I always used to give you example, that if you are going to teach about the parts of a plant, then pluck a flower and give to the children, give to each children one flower, and first of all you demonstrate them how to cut. You show them. Demonstration means showing how we should go about, how we should do it. So that is demonstration. All right. Role modeling means you are the one who will act like a role model, right? You have to behave in a way that the children will look up to you and want to become like you. You should be a personality who is respected everywhere, who have high dignity, who is diligent, who is dutiful, who is honest, and who is very, very humble and polite, right? And visual aids. What is visual aids? Visual aids means using charts, using flashcards, using videos, using audios, using podcast, using slides, presentations. So whatever you have, you'll make use of that, right? Now, learning through inquiry. What is inquiry? Inquiry means asking something you don't know or you need further clarification for, right? So how do we inquire? We inquire by curiosity. What is being curious all about? Do you know what is curiosity? Curiosity means you have interest about something. Suppose you bought a new scooty, then your child will say, Papa, I also want to ride the scooty. They will look up and down, this and that. And why? Because they are curious. Suppose if you brought a laptop at home and your child will be all around you looking at you, how do we operate this? How do we open this? How do we close this? Right? Why? This is all out of curiosity, which means they are so curious, they are so interested, right? And questioning, of course, when somebody is interested in something, they will question. Suppose you go to a party and you see a beautiful girl there or a handsome boy, then you become very curious. I want to know his name. I want to get his number. I want to get her number. I want to know her name, right? Right. So this is what being curious all about. So curiosity comes first, then once you're curious, you ask questions. So that is called curiosity. So inquiry based learning happens when children ask questions and seek answers through exploration. They learn better when they are curious and investigate topics on their own. Now you see, when children they are curious about something, they want to know why the planets revolve, or why the earth rotates, or is the earth rotating or the sun is rotating around the earth. So if they have this kind of questions in their brain, then they will be very very curious to know the reasons, right? They'll try to find out why is it so. So we generally believe that those are science students, those who are science students, science teachers, like I'm also a science student, right? So what do? We are very curious why something happens. Why if we throw apple in the atmosphere, it comes down, it falls on the ground? Why like that? So we are curious, we want to know, we are interested, right? So this is called curiosity. A child asks, why does the moon change shape? And observe the sky to find the answer. Suppose we know we have half moon, we have full moon, right? Now a child might ask, why is the moon changing its shape? What is the reason? Why is he or she asking that? They are asking it out of their curiosity, out of their interest, right? Students in a science class conduct an experiment to understand water evaporation. Now if you are teaching a topic like evaporation, you can ask the children to perform certain activities, and by performing that activity, the children will know, yes, so this is the way, or this is the process of evaporation, or what is the reason behind that, why it happens, how it happens, right? Now, teaching techniques or teaching tips. Encourage students to ask questions, provide opportunities for research, and create problem solving activities. Now, as teachers, what you can do is that you allow the learners to ask as many questions as possible. I have seen in many schools that many teachers, they don't have their own knowledge. That's why they discourage the children from asking questions. So this is what the teachers do. They are, they feel like they will be embarrassed if a child asks you a question. No, my dear friends, it's not like that. Allow them to ask the questions. If all right, if you don't know the answer, no problem, just say, all right, Rahul, you are asking me about this. I think I should, before answering you this question, I think I will confirm how it is, and I will do a research a little bit, and tomorrow morning I will tell you. All right, like that you handle the questions. Don't just say, don't just uh, show off, or don't just act angrily when a child asks you the question. Don't behave that way, right? We are all teachers, so we have to be polite. Accept the question, say, all right, or this mathematical problem you're not understanding, all right, when I'm free I'll solve it for you, or maybe you can come to the staff room, or maybe by tomorrow I'll solve it. All right, do it that way, right? Handle it very very peacefully. Be cool, because teachers are always cool, right? Now, learning through experimentation, trial and error. What is this trial and error? So, we do experiments, we do by ourselves the activity, the practicals, then only we understand. And in the process of experimentation, we face a lot of trial and error, right? You already know about the story of Thomas Alva Edison. So, he is a scientist. Now, there is a light on the screen, right? In your mobile you are able to see what is written on the screen with the help of light, right? And one bulb is glowing in your room. Why? Because this bulb or this material was invented by Thomas Alva Edison, right? So he was the one who discovered this. Now, why did I choose Thomas Alva Edison in this particular example? I chose him because 99% of the time he was using the wrong element in creating the bulb, but only 99 elements he used, or I think triple nine, I think 999 elements he used, but he could not light up the bulb, lit up the bulb. But then only one, and the last one he used, and he said like, all right, if this one is not working, then I'll give up. So the last one was the one which lighted up his bulb. Now what was this, that element called? You please mention in the comment section. I want to see whether you know that or not. All right, so he was the one who created or discovered the light bulbs, right? Or the filament, that element which is there inside the bulb. So he was the one, right? So what did he do? How did he do? He did it by trial and error. Trial and error means you do one experiment, and trial means, all right, in the first attempt you fail, you did not succeed, you fail. Second one also you fail, third one also you fail, but the fourth time you learn, all right, this is not going to work if I behave, or if I do it that this way, then let me change my strategy and let me plan it in the other way, right? So that is how you do trial and error. Experimentation helps children test their ideas and learn from mistakes. This method is especially used in science and mathematics. Of course, trial and error method is obviously used in science and mathematics all the time, right? A child learns that mixing blue and yellow paint makes green. So a child might learn making colors. He might take blue color and yellow color and it will turn green. Or suppose if he made a mistake, suppose he want to make a green color, but by mistake he might use a red color and white color to make green, but he found that no, the green color is not coming. Then he makes uh, you know yellow color with orange color. Then again he see no, green color is not coming. Then finally he makes blue color and yellow color. Then he says, all right, yes, this is the correct combination which gives me green color. So this is the method of trial and error, right? A student discovers how to balance weight by adjusting objects on a seesaw. I hope you all know what is a seesaw, right? So student learns how to balance the weight by observing or by doing the experiment, right? In a maths class, students use blocks to explore different ways to make 10. Yes, this one I already told you. If you give the teaching learning material to the learners in their hands, they will learn in a better way as compared to the time when you are just explaining the concept passively to the learners. Now let us see learning through social interaction, discussion and collaboration. So how do children learn through discussions and collaboration? Let us see. Children learn by interacting with teachers, peers and adults. Social learning helps develops communication skills, teamwork and critical thinking. Now you see, children, they learn along with others by interacting, by talking to the teachers, talking to the peers and talking to the adult or the parents, right? So social learning helps develop communication skills. So if you are a good person who is extrovert, which means you get along with people very very easily, you are not introvert, you don't feel shy, you like to take part in social gatherings, in social festivals, in any type of birthday parties, wedding parties, then you are a social person. So you will have a very good communication skills, which means you know how to talk with people, you know how to behave, you know what type of personality you should carry, you know what type of dress you should wear, right? So that is the example of social interaction. So example again, a child learns polite behavior by observing and talking to others. So Children, they observe other people and they learn the good behaviors, good habits, right? Group projects help students exchange ideas and solve problems. Now, when the students are working in groups doing a single project together, then they exchange their ideas with one another. Debates and discussions in class enhance understanding of complex topics. So if you are explaining a very difficult complex topic in your class, then you can give the topic and you can ask the students to debate on that particular topic, right? So that they have a crystal clear understanding of what actually that topic is all about, right? Because when they are debating on that, they will find out the pros and cons of that particular theme or topic. Now, teaching tips: use group activities, discussions, and peer teaching to make learning interactive. Of course, when you want to make your teaching a very interactive ones, you allow equal opportunity to all the learners to participate, to discuss, and to practice or do hands-on in whatever topic you are teaching. Number five, learning through reflection, self assessment, and thinking skills. As I told you at the beginning, reflection means thinking about yourself, thinking about what you have done or you could do, right? Reflection helps students evaluate what they have learned and apply it in new situations. It promotes deep learning and problem solving skills. Now, reflection means suppose uh, you have taught mathematics in the class today, you have taught them algebra. The child have learned in the classroom, and again when he or she goes home, they will recall, right? All right, so was teaching this problem this way. So there are two methods I can use in order to solve this particular problem. So one is long method, another one is short method. But long method is easy because I can understand there are different steps and it was easy for me to understand, right? So they are reflecting, rethinking, right? Example are, after solving a math problem, a student think about a different method to solve it faster. Yes, suppose in maths we have different type of processes or different steps or different method by which we can solve the same problem, right? So the children, once they are using the first time, maybe they are using a easy method, then another time a little complex method, then again another time a more complicated one. A child reflects on a mistake in an art project and correct it in the next drawing. Of course, suppose you are making a mistake today in anything. Maybe if I am making a mistake in making this particular video, then I will take care the next time I do not repeat the same mistake, right? Students write journals about their learning experiences. So students, they write diaries, teachers, they write diaries, they write their personal thoughts and views about different events which is taking place in the life of that individual and also in and around him or her, right? Teaching tip: encourage students to summarize lessons, ask them to explain concepts in their own words, and use reflective questioning. Now, you see, how can you encourage reflective thinking? In order to encourage reflective thinking, what you have to do is that allow the learners to summarize the concept, allow the learners to explain, allow the learners to question themselves, right? Don't just spoon feed them, or don't just spoon feed them. You allow them, you ask them to take part, summarize, ask questions, explain the concept. So don't just give everything to them. Ask questions and engage them as much as possible, right? Now we have the conclusion. Students learn best when they are actively engaged in the learning process. A combination of observation, inquiry, experimentation, social interaction, and reflection makes learning effective and meaningful. Teachers should use different methods based on students' need, making education an enjoyable and interactive experience. So, as teachers, we should try our best to involve the learner in the process of teaching and learning, then allow them to do experiments, allow them to observe, allow them to inquire, do experiments, interact, and reflect on their own. So this is all I think we can do as teachers in order to encourage our learners, right? So I think this is on this so I think this is all in this video. So thank you everyone for staying connected with the Ashok Tutorials Meghalaya's first MTET channel. Thank you.